My mind was blown. My mind was blown. Hey friends, thanks for tuning in. My name is Vanessa and I do travel, fashion, and lifestyle reviews. And if you clicked on this video today because you love handbags, welcome to the dark side, or should I say welcome to the bright side. Like I said, I do fashion reviews, and so today I'm going to kind of be reviewing an entire concept, which is buying pre-loved handbags. And to be honest, the only reason I'm doing this video is I cannot wait to show you off my new baby. Yes, I love handbags. I don't know how many handbags I have, but I would say I have a pretty modest collection, like a moderate collection. Like I'm definitely not where I want to be. I'm definitely not up there with the rest of the YouTube girls, but I think I have probably more handbags than the average person. Love, 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 love handbags. And so it's kind of like just not fiscally or financially possible for me to buy every single handbag that I want straight from the boutique. Walk in, look at what I want, point it out, give them my card and get the bag. Like, I don't got it like that. I don't got it like that yet. And so if you don't know what pre-loved bags are, they're just basically used bags. They are bags that were once owned by other people, whether they wore them or they didn't wear them or they wore them specifically to resell. It's just a bag that is just not, not from the boutique straight off. It's basically a thrifted handbag. I don't know how else to explain it, but you get the drift. And so I have a decent collection of pre-loved handbags. What I try to do is if I like a brand and I like the kind of bags they make, I will try to buy one of those bags directly from the retailer or I would like to buy one of those bags like firsthand, and then the second one, if I choose to get a second bag, I will try and get that pre-loved, just because it's just easier and you save more money. Honestly, it really comes down to saving more money. And so I have pretty much shopped the most of the pre-loved websites. I have sold bags. I have done the whole 9 yards. And so today I want to talk to you about the pre-loved handbag that I got most recently. She has been on my wish list for so long. It is my first bag from this brand. I want to get another one, and I want to get it in store, actually in the store, but I'm between two. I'm not sure which one. But I knew that I had to get this because it's a classic. It's the classic range. They're never gonna get rid of this bag. It's been around forever, ever, 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 and ever. And are you ready? Are you ready? Can you tell from the sound? Can you tell from the sound? It's a Lady Dior. It's a mini Lady Dior. You will not believe how much I paid for this bag, but essentially it is a mini Lady Dior. I don't remember when this bag first came out, but I know that it's named the Lady Dior bag after Princess Diana. She really liked this style of bag. I think she usually wore the small and the medium sizes, and so today it comes in a micro, which is an even smaller than this, if you can imagine that. It comes in the mini, it comes in a small, it comes in a medium. I don't know if they still make it in a large, but you guys, this bag, I'm even scared to say this number. If you go into the store today and try and get your hands on a bag, a Lady Dior, in a leather, even in a satin, it's gonna cost you at the very least, for the smallest size, I believe about $3,000. Do with that information what you may. This bag I got from Vestiaire Collective. It's definitely old. It's vintage, I believe. Vintage is anything older than 20 years, and I think this bag is about 20 years or older, which is incredible to me. I just love the way fashion just recycles itself. But this is an older bag. You can tell from the gold, and it's made out of cloth, so it's not made out of leather, which is why I was able to get such a great deal on it. I got it from Vestiaire Collective. It's a little misshapen, but nothing that won't be fixed by just actually putting stuff in the bag. I love that it's in gold hardware because I am a gold hardware person. And also I think the style of the bag makes it a little bit more formal, and so I think the gold is fitting. And so yeah, the bag itself came from Vestiaire Collective. I paid under $600 for it. I know that's still a lot of money. I know that's still a lot of money, but I just told you this bag is like $3,000. And so I paid under that for the bag. And then I got this $17 strap. $17 strap from Amazon, and then I put this Zara scarf on it, and I just feel like it looks so lush. It looks so expensive. I'm in love. I'm in love. I just can't wait to start wearing it. And the thing I do before I buy a bag that's like not, you know, in a casual or neutral colors, I really stop and think how many times and how many different outfits can I wear with this. I typically do that for almost anything that I buy, whether that is a bag, a dress, shoes, whatever. I have to think about 5 different outfits that I can wear it with. And so with this, I kind of have to do a little work, because I'm like, people automatically think that that a black bag is versatile. You need a standard black bag to go with every outfit. But I don't know if it's the way I've been dressing lately or what, but I actually find that black bags are harder to work with than other color bags, especially other neutral color bags, because I think unless you're wearing all black, I think black kind of just dampens the outfit or makes it look more like formal than it needs to be. And so when I got this, I knew that it was going to be like probably more like a nighttime bag or like an event. Like, it's not my everyday bag. I knew that going into this. And so I think it'll work really well in the fall with like jewel tones. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because of just how bright and dazzling the gold is. I think it'll work more with jewel tones. I think that it'll work well with monochromatic outfits, and basically like the casual glam that the girls are doing now, where, you know, you're still pretty comfortable. Maybe the cut and the sizing of your clothes is very comfortable, but it's still put together. It's still very chic. I think that this bag would go really well with that. And when I tell you, this bag has been on my wish list for at least 5 years. When I started seriously getting into the handbag world and collecting handbags, I knew that I needed a Lady Dior, and I knew that I was never gonna pay full price for it. Like I like the bag, yes, it's pretty easy. Like, it's very, I mean, this is like the Telfar tote. It's like the Brandon Blackwood ESR bag. Like, it's the shape is not revolutionary. I mean, maybe those bags were modeled after this, but the shape is easy. But I just knew that it wasn't like it just wasn't my creme de la creme. And so to spend that much money on it brand new didn't make any sense, especially when there are so many of these bags on the pre-loved market. A lot of them you can get for at least half price, like at least half price. And a lot of these older ones from the 90s and the early 2000s in like this cloth material are great. Now, I will say, if you want to get this bag for around the price that I got it for, you need to stalk websites like Vestiaire Collective. Like, that is probably going to be your best bet, because Vestiaire Collective is pretty much an online marketplace of people who are selling their luxury items. And so they don't actually go out and source. I think they do for some, but for the most part, it's people offering their items up, as opposed to Vestiaire just collecting the items, buying them from people and reselling them. So with it being offered directly from the consumer, you can bargain with them. There's not a set price. And so they put the price that they want. This person's going price was like maybe $700 or so. I'm not sure. And even at that, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Let me favorite that item. Let me put it in my favorites so that I can keep my eye on it. And then after I had it in my cart for maybe a couple of days, I get a notification from Vestiaire saying that another person who had their eye on the bag actually was able to bargain the bag to like $500 or something like that. And so, and the seller has accepted that offer. So there's still time, because there's about 24 hours when you put in your bid for the seller to accept it and actually ship it to you. And so that person like bid a really low number. And I was like, if they're willing to go for $500, I'm sure I can bid like $550 or like $560 and purchase the bag. And so that's what I did. And as soon as I put that offer in, the person who was selling the bag saw it, they accepted it, and I got my bag. So sorry to the other person, I guess. And the beautiful thing about Vestiaire is you're probably thinking, oh, it's coming from an individual person. There's scammers out there and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, with Vestiaire Collective, you can pay a little bit more and they will actually ship the bag instead of shipping it straight to you, they will ship it to Vestiaire. Vestiaire will have their team of authenticators authenticate the bag, and then the bag will ship to you. And so this particular bag, I don't remember where it was from. I think this is a US based seller, if I'm not mistaken. They were able to ship the bag out pretty soon after I made the order. They shipped it over to Vestiaire. I think the Vestiaire that they shipped it to was in New York. And so Vestiaire, within like a day, was able to authenticate the bag for me, and then they shipped it to me. If they ship the bag, and Vestiaire is not just looking for authentication. I mean, that is the main reason. Like, if you're spending that much money, no matter anything over $100, like, you want to make sure that this is genuine. And so what Vestiaire will do is Vestiaire will check that is authentic, like it is actually a Christian Dior bag, and then they will say, okay, now that it's a Christian Dior bag, does it actually match the description? And so they will say, oh, this bag was listed as, you know, very good, but upon inspecting it, it's actually just good, it's actually poor or whatever, and they will let you know that, and then you get to decide if you want to carry on with the transaction or not. And so I don't believe the seller gets paid until, you know, the bag is verified by Vestiaire, it's on its way to you, and you have accepted it. And so that is how I was able to purchase this with full confidence, knowing I was getting an amazing deal, and I was also getting a guaranteed authentic item. And now the best part of this is I can use this bag. Dior, all the big retailers, they always do price hikes all the time. Like, they always increase the price of their classic items. It's just a thing. And so I always encourage people, once you have the money for what you want, buy it right away. Like, don't even wait for a sale. If it's something that you really want, don't even wait for a sale, because the main luxury retailers like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, they don't really do sales on handbags. And so I will say, like, once you're able to save the money for it, buy it right away, because like I said, it's not gonna go on sale. It's only gonna get more expensive. And now what happens is when the thing gets more expensive in the main market, in the main boutique retail market, it also increases the price of pre-loved items such as this one. And I also know that Vestiaire happens to have really competitive prices because the bags are coming straight from the seller. And so the way Vestiaire makes their money is through commission. So they take a cut of the seller's revenue, basically. So they're not actually paying cash up front to buy the bag and have to worry about if it sells or if it doesn't sell. If the bag doesn't sell, Vestiaire is not losing any money. And so the reason why I picked this bag up is because I know that I got it for such a great deal, and if for whatever reason I'm like, this bag's not for me anymore, I can sell this bag back for more than what I got it for. Because realistically, if I keep this bag around for at least 3 or 4 years, Dior is probably gonna have at least 1 or 2 price increases by then, and so the money will go up, inflation and all that stuff. But also Vestiaire, like I said, has really competitive prices, so I can sell this bag back to another pre-loved site like Rebag and get a couple $100 more, I guarantee you, because Rebag purchases the bag outright, so their prices are a little bit higher. And so that is basically it on this pre-loved baby. Her name is gonna be Diana, because why not? This is Diana. Dee Dee for short. But I'm obsessed. I just can't wait to carry this bag around. I can't wait to style it. And I just love how it looks so expensive with this $17 strap. And it's an adjustable strap as well. It comes in different, I'll link it below obviously, but it comes in different sizes. In different tones and stuff. So if this was silver hardware, I believe I could have got this same strap with silver hardware. So shout out to Pockets and Bows, who actually talked about this strap on her channel. That's how I found out about it. So excited, so happy that this has been added to my collection. And I just feel like now I have a Dior bag, I have a Louis Vuitton bag, I have a Chanel bag. I need an Hermes bag. But that is it for this handbag. I'm gonna go to the next, I'm gonna work in reverse order of when I bought this bag. So that is the latest pre-loved bag that I purchased. The second latest pre-loved The second latest pre-loved bag that I purchased, I got this around the summertime. Another bag that had been on my list for a very, very long time. As soon as this bag became popular, I knew that I wanted it. I just thought it was so versatile. It was so cool. It was just, I really wanted it. But the price was, it wasn't that the price was crazy. It was just incredibly hard to get your hands on. It was really, 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 really hard to get your hands on. It was always selling out. All the cool girls had it. And whenever you would see it pop up back up on the pre-loved market, it was always going for higher than it would sell for in the boutique itself. And that does happen sometimes. Sometimes bags will resell, especially if it's a classic bag or hard to get your hands on. It will resell for higher than what it is in store. So I just was not willing to pay, like if the brand is saying this bag is worth X amount of money, why would I pay you even more for a used version of it? That don't make sense to me. Some people do that just because they really, really want the bag. I personally, I'm not there yet. My philosophy is that if I'm gonna get something that has been used by somebody else, or even if they didn't use it, even if it's new, if I'm not the person that's having that in-store experience with my champagne and all that, I'm not gonna pay more money for it. And so another collector's item is the Louis Vuitton mini Palm Springs backpack. This bag really was like super popular in like 2016, I think 2016 through like 2018. You couldn't go on Pinterest without seeing it. You couldn't go on Instagram without seeing it. And it's kind of died down now a little bit in hype, but it's still up there for me. I knew that it's a backpack, you know, that's never gonna go out of style. What I really liked was like the exaggerated handles, and I'm not crazy about monograms and like brown on brown, but something that I really like that the newer Louis Vuitton bags are doing is they have the classic monogram, and then they have like the black detailing and the black handles and stuff. I really, really like that. And so I actually wanted this bag in a reverse monogram, but that was more expensive anywhere. That was more expensive all around. And so this bag is still available to purchase on Louis Vuitton, but it's just always out of stock. You can never get your hands on it. And I want to say it's about $1,900, or just about $1,900 or $2,000 US dollars. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. You know, I have a mortgage to pay. And I know some people are probably freaked out by the prices that I'm naming, but that is just what luxury bags cost. I see them as assets. People buy expensive jewelry, people buy expensive cars, people buy a lot of things, people buy stocks. Like, I'm not a huge risk taker, so I like to like spend my money where I can see, feel, and touch it. And I know that if I'm ever like in a ditch, I can sell these bags and make some money back, which I have done many times before. So this is like my savings. It's my other savings account. I just get to wear it. I got this from Luxury Promise, which is another website that has really, really, really fair prices. They are, I believe they're like UK and UAE based. And so one thing about buying bags from abroad is that the price is actually a little bit fair. When you do the direct conversion, you're actually saving a little bit of money, as opposed to just buying it in US dollars and then also paying tax on top of that. And so everywhere, like I said, everywhere I had seen this bag had been selling it for more than it actually cost from the store. And so I was seeing it on Rebag, Fashionphile. Rebag was like crazy. It was like $2,500 on Rebag, which is insane to me. Insane to me. I'd seen it there on Rebag for that much. I had seen it on Fashionphile for like about the same as it cost, maybe a little bit more, especially if you wanted the reverse monogram print. And then I wasn't even looking. I knew that obviously I had this list in my head, but I wasn't even looking. But I do follow Luxury Promise on Instagram. And I was going through the Instagram stories, and they had this deal. They had a code, and they said Louis Vuitton, Prada, and Chanel, or like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Chanel. I don't know, like the big name brands, they were having 30% off. It was either 20, 25, or 30. It was a percentage that actually made a difference. Because, you know, sometimes they be giving you 5 and 10%, which don't really do that much. But it was a percentage that made a difference. And I stopped whatever I was doing. Like whatever I was doing. And this is right when I like sold my house too. So I had like a little bit of extra cash. The things that I wish I did with that money that I didn't do. I bought handbags instead. Do I regret it? Not yet. I probably will regret it next year, but I'm happy about the bags that I bought. Anyway, so I had a little bit of like extra cash and I just got my promotion, so I was like really on a high. I was buzzing. And so as soon as I saw that code, I did not scroll. I went straight to Luxury Promise, typed in this bag, saw this bag, and you guys, it was going for like, what was it going for? Maybe like 1,200 pounds or something like that. And when you did the conversion, it was still cheaper than what it would cost in America, like if you go into a Louis Vuitton store. And then I put the discount code on top of it. My mind was blown. My mind was blown. And so I got her. I forgot what her name is. So I already have Louis. Louis is my alma. Maybe I call her Vivi. I don't know. Paris? I don't know. I don't think I named her, which is odd. It's very odd. Let's say her name is Vivi. Yeah. So that's when I got this bag, and it served me so well throughout the summer, especially because I was moving and stuff. It was just easy to carry on. It fits a good amount of things. Again, the straps make it like super easy. They're versatile. You can have it as a backpack, you can have it as a crossbody. And I also went to Palm Springs, so of course I took my Palm Springs backpack with me. And so this is another one that I know that if I sold it today, I would make more money. I would make more money than what I bought it for. And so I'm also holding on to this for a rainy day. I don't know, because I have 2 Louis Vuitton bags already. I guess I can sell one, but I don't want to, because both of these bags, both of the Louis Vuitton bags I have are bags that I really wanted for a really long time. But like I said, this is another investment piece, and so happy that I got it pre-loved, because I don't know if I would have been able to, you know, realistically get it any other kind of way. So working back, this is another bag that I will be honest, I like the way it looks. I like everything about the bag, but I just don't wear it that much. And it goes to show kind of like what I was saying about black handbags, where you think that they're gonna be easy, but they're really not. They're really not as easy as they seem. And it is the Fendi.com bag. Now this isn't one of Fendi's like radically popular styles. Fendi is known for the baguettes, for the peekaboo, even the 3 jours bag. This is the .com. I don't think they make this bag anymore. This was for sure a seasonal piece. There's tons and tons and tons of .com bags in the pre-loved market. But yeah, I really like, it was just such an interesting bag to me. Yellow is my favorite color, and that was one of the colors I noticed right off the bat. Looking at it, I love the whip stitching detail. I love the color combination. I love the chain. The chain is a silver. It's like a silver hardware, but I even thought that was so cool. I bought this bag around the time where the boy bag was super popular. So this kind of like really grungy strap was in. I still very much so like this bag. It's also a great size where it's not too big and it's not too small. And I think like artistically or like aesthetically, this is like probably the prettiest bag that I have, but I just don't wear it that much because it's like, I look at like the detailing on it and it reminds me of like spring and summer. And so I'm like, okay, this is a spring and summer bag, but then it's black. And I'm like, I don't want to really wear black in the summertime. But in the fall, it just looks too like springy. And so like whenever I gravitate towards a black bag, it's usually I'm wearing all black or I'm wearing something really grungy or really like, you know, I don't know the word to use. And so the like springy, florally detail doesn't really make sense. And so I will say there were probably a couple of years that I wore this bag, but I definitely haven't worn it as much as I wear my other bags. And it was a good price. It was less than $1,000 for sure that I got it for. That's typically my rule of thumb, is like, I don't like to spend more than $1,000 on preloved bags, because what then is the point? The Louis Vuitton is the only exception. All my other preloved handbags were like in the hundreds. Something that I could save for, something that I had extra cash lying around. Definitely nothing that was like, whoa, this is really gonna set me back. And so it is Fendi, so I will like, And Fenty's having a moment right now as well, so I won't make money from it. I probably will only make back what I spent on it. I probably will not make any more. I might lose a couple $100, but I think the only reason, and honestly the only reason I would even be able to like make that kind of money is because of the size of the bag, because this size bag is like really trendy right now. You know, we're kind of moving away from the mini bag thing. We're kind of looking for bigger bags, but it's kind of like a leap to go from a micro mini bag to like a huge bag. So bags this size are really, you know, trendy right now. If I sold this bag, would I miss it? No, I wouldn't miss it. But I don't think I'm ready. Excuse me. I don't think that I am ready to part ways just yet, especially because I don't have another Fendi bag. But you know, it's my favorite bag to look at. And I got this from Fashionphile. What I like about Fashionphile is that when you buy the bag from Fashionphile, you can return it. A lot of stores don't have return policies, and so you have a couple of days or however long it is for you to be able to return it. You can also reserve a bag on Fashionphile, and so if you see a bag you like and you like the price and you just don't have the money right away, you can put down, I believe it's about 20% of the price, and then you have 60 days to pay it off. So it's not like they charge you interest or anything like that. Like, you just pay on your own schedule. And if you don't pay off the bag within 60 days, then they keep like a holding fee. I think it's maybe like 10%. So you do lose a little bit of money, but it's not like, oh my God, I lost all my money. So I think that's how I got this bag. It's like I saw it, it was less than $1,000, but at the time when I got this bag, this was like at least probably 4 years. Now I couldn't just, even if it was anything over like $200, I couldn't just spend money on like that. Like I ain't have it like that. And so I knew that it was a good price, but I just, you know, had to save up a little bit more. I was also saving to buy a house at the time, and so I did the reserve thing. I put down to 20%, and then I, you know, managed my finances, and within 60 days I was able to purchase the bag and bring her home with me. So very excited about that. One thing I should mention, because I'm talking a lot about prices and I'm talking a lot about spending a lot of money on things, is while I do know that it's at the end of the day, it's a handbag, I know that these cost a lot of money, and I don't personally ever buy my bags with a credit card. Because like I said, I know that they cost a lot of money, and in my mind I think about them as assets. It doesn't really make sense to buy an asset on credit unless it's a mortgage. So usually if I see a bag and I like it, the money will come from my savings account. It won't come from my credit card. That's not saying that, you know, your girl's never had credit card debt. I put a lot of other things on a credit card, but not my handbags. So yeah, this is Fifi. And you know, very pretty to look at, but realistically, does she get a lot of wear? No. Maybe I will change that this season, but because I just got the Dior, I don't think that's gonna happen realistically. We're getting down to the wire, and so the next bag I want to talk to you about is Gigi. This is my Givenchy Lucretia tote. This bag was like the pre-Antigona. I actually have a video on here where I was reviewing the Antigona bag. I had that bag for maybe a month, I don't even know, and I sold it. I was like, this is another bag for me. I think the reason why is because I got it in a size that didn't work for like my body type. I got it in the small, and you couldn't really wear it over the shoulder because the top handle was too stiff, and it just wasn't working. And so I don't even think my friends saw that bag. I don't think I ever wore that bag outside. But I did get it in a beige, and I'll leave the reviews to that somewhere here in this video. But yeah, I had the Antigona, and I sold it. And I think I made money from that because I bought the Antigona from Vestiaire for a really good price, and then I sold it to Fashionphile for an even better price. It's what I do, ladies and gents, it's what I do. But this is the Lucretia tote. This is probably the largest size it comes in. I know for sure that there is a smaller size. This I got from Fashionphile. I think it was also like another like $700 bag. Which like for Givenchy, for a bag of this size, is really good. This was one of the first designer bags that I owned as well. I've had this for a very long time. I think 2016 or 2017 is when I bought this bag, and I used it, but I didn't use it that much because it was like a work bag, and then I had at the time I had the black sac du jour, which I would use as well. So and then for like 2 or 3 years straight, I never touched this bag because it was all mini bags. Mini bags were all the rage. But I've just started using it back again, and I love it. The reason my camera is telling me that I need to wrap this video up soon. So this is the Givenchy Lucretia tote. Kendall Jenner used to wear it all the time in black. That's when I first saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I need that bag. I typically wear it during the winter months. Because of the color, it's like, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's like a burgundy, maroon, grape, aubergine color, and has lilac on it, and it has Givenchy on the handles. I like it because it can fit a laptop, it can fit a real wallet, it can fit everything you want without being obnoxiously large. I typically took her to work with me. And you can actually wear it if you're not going to work as well, but I find that if I'm not going to work or on a trip or whatever, I don't need to carry around that much stuff. But again, I love the top handle, I like the strap. I've really come to realize that for me, I really like when a bag has a top handle and a strap. What I like even more is when this top handle can relax. So sometimes I feel like when it has a rigid top handle, I'm kind of stuck because it's like, you know, swishing against my body, but when it can relax, that's perfect. And so I've been picking her back up again and loving it. So I don't think this is going to go anywhere anytime soon. Again, this is another like $700 purchase from Fashionphile, and I was able to use the money that I got from selling my Antigona to buy her. Very excited about that. And last but not least is my Balenciaga. This is like one of the first bags that I owned as well. Balenciaga City bag. Y'all, if you are true bag fanatics, you know, of the OG culture, you know that Kendall Jenner owned this bag. And she wore it with a dress that was very similar to this bag. Not Kendall Jenner, sorry. Kylie Jenner owns this bag or owned at some point. And she had a dress that was like very similar, and she wore it together, and it was just like, oh my god, so cool. I got this bag. This is the giant city bag, I think. It's huge. I got it from Poshmark. I got it for $400. And honestly, the only reason why I even paid $400 for it was because at the time of purchasing this bag, that was Poshmark's benchmark for authenticating items. And so if you bought anything over $400, Poshmark would do kind of the same thing that Vestiaire did, where they would have the bag shipped to them, they would authenticate it, and then they would send it to you. And so Poshmark, if you don't know, which is crazy because I think everyone knows about Poshmark, Poshmark is a website where you can sell pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be luxury, but you can sell any clothing item that you want, accessories, jewelry, all that stuff. You can sell it on Poshmark. It's kind of like Facebook Marketplace for clothes. And so that's where I got this. I was super excited when I got it. This was my school bag at a point when I was doing my master's program, because it could carry like my laptop, my notebooks, like all of that. But it doesn't come with a strap, or it didn't come with a strap, so I had to purchase another strap from Amazon, which didn't really go. But I think now I can probably just, if I want to wear it again, which I might bring this back because hobo bags or bigger bags are coming back in. I might wear it this season. I want to get another strap from Amazon, maybe like a shearling strap, because I think that would go really well with this kind of color. But yeah, I haven't worn this bag a lot, but I've definitely gotten my cost per wear out of it because it was like $400, and I also wore it a lot when I was like in school and stuff. So yeah, that is it from Poshmark, and I believe that those are all of the luxury pre-loved bags that I own. Like I said, I really love handbags. Like my dream is to like have my own handbag line one day. I'm working on it. Am I working on it? Am I just Googling? I don't know. But yeah, I love handbags. It is definitely like my passion thing. Like I said, people collect all kinds of things. They collect sneakers, cards, cars, all that. Mine is handbags. Hopefully one other day houses. But my review on buying pre-loved, should you do it? I think absolutely. I think that the rate at which we consume fashion is just unconscionable. I think people buy season after season after season. They always want the newest thing, they want the latest thing. But I really love shopping vintage. I like going back. I like looking back a lot. So I like going back and seeing what was popular once upon a time, what has history behind it. Like, it's so cool to me that I own a bag that's like 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to own a Chanel bag that was made in the year that I was born. I would love to own an Hermes bag that's older than me. Like, I love stuff like that. And so I definitely think that there are some bags that you should only purchase pre-loved. If you want me to do a video on that, leave a comment, I guess. And then there are some bags that I do think, you know, it's worth it to go in store and buy it firsthand to get that experience for sure. I think that if you're gonna buy a bag pre-loved, honestly, like, my personal rule of thumb is I like it to be at least 50% off. That's just me. Some people will settle for a couple $100 cheaper, but I feel like if I'm really going to go the pre-loved route and deny myself the experience of knowing without a shadow of a doubt that my bag is authentic, that, you know, I can go back to the store and return it, I can have it like fixed or whatever, like, that I need to be getting a very, very, very good deal on it, and I need to be able to get my cost per wear out of it. So I think more people should shop pre-loved, but like not too much where the price goes up and I can't afford it anymore. And yeah, I just want to say to any girl watching this video that's like, wow, I want my collection to be like that one day. It can, because I was that person. And one thing about me is that, like, if I really want something, no matter how out of this world, or like out of the ordinary or far-fetched it seems, like, I will obsess about it until I have it. Like, I will obsess about it. I will find a way to put myself in a position where I can make it happen. And so I remember when I got my first bag, which was like, I think it was like the Pashley, the Philip Lim Pashley. That's actually what I sold to be able to get the Balenciaga bag. I was just so astonished. I got that bag also from Poshmark. I was just like, wow, I can't believe I own a designer bag, you know? And I had it for a couple of months and I was like, this is not working for my life. It's too big. And I sold it. And I love that pre-love gives you that option to just sell it. If it doesn't work for you, sell it. A lot of people keep a lot of things in their closet that don't work for them. I don't know why they do that, but me, I will sell it in a heartbeat, like that. So yeah, I don't think that luxury is above anyone's means. I don't think it's reserved for a certain group of people. I don't think any of that. I think that luxury is, number one, kind of like what you make it. Anything that makes your life easier, anything that, you know, makes you feel special is a luxury. And I just kind of feel like a lot of times, especially now, I'm getting all philosophical and theoretical, but they tell Black women, especially like young Black women, that, you know, this isn't for you. This is not for your kind of people. And I'm like, who? There is nothing in this world that is not for me. If I can see it with my own eyes and I can touch it with my own hands, it's for me. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I love handbags. We do a lot of handbag talk over here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with me and supporting me. Trying to be more consistent on this platform. For more bag type content, please head over to my TikTok. It is the same name, Vanessa Nonnie. I do so many kinds of those videos on there, and I have a really lovely handbag following on there. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.